Hello, friends. Welcome to the podcast. You are going to love this episode. So, if you have been following me at all and you know my work or Age Well Home and Lifestyle, you know that there's a core belief that we need to curate healing daily rituals to thrive. Okay. We need to curate our daily lifestyle, curate our home, our lifestyle, so that we can feel well in our moments and heal. And remember, healing is just becoming whole. And part of that, so this couple that I'm interviewing, they sell saunas and cold plunges. But it's not just, we could go to any company and buy a sauna and cold plunge. There's so much more to it. I like to work with companies who are super high quality, non-toxic materials, very thoughtful, very intentional, and who practice what they preach or practice what they sell. And that's what this couple does, okay? And anyone who I bring on to this podcast, anyone I recommend as a service vendor, as a resource, is going to be high quality. Part of my work in the world is not just living healing daily rituals and cultivating that for myself and others, but it's finding the products that help us live that lifestyle even more. That means non-toxic materials, healthy materials. That means high quality woods, local when possible. This company, for instance, brings in some woods from Finland, but they're very good, high quality. So we take so much into consideration. Business ethics, again, the materials, all the things. Okay, so you'll see more and more podcasts, and you've seen past podcasts regarding products and companies that just do good work. I want to support the small businesses. Age Well Home and Lifestyle is a small business, and I hope you support us too. But I want to support the small businesses, husband and wife couples doing great work in the world, creating great products. And remember that every product, every food we eat, it has an energy. So my belief is a sauna built with good love and energy and good quality energy, you're going to feel that, okay? And you can believe that or not. It's up to you. But think about that as we're moving through this conversation with Michelle and Eric and in other podcasts to come. The key, it's not enough, in my opinion, to go to a sauna once a week, to do a cold plunge here and there. Whatever you're doing to feel better, be the best version of yourself, align with your true self. Maybe you are working on healing something specific in your physical body. Whatever you're doing has to be weaved into your daily life, or else it's not going to happen. And that's how I feel with sauna and cold plunges. For me, I'm so excited. I literally just got my sauna at my house yesterday. So I'm really excited to weave that into my own healing daily rituals. And for me, I do a cold shower. So right now I'm still doing a cold shower. I've done cold plunges. I'm not personally ready to invest in that yet, but that doesn't mean you're not. And everybody has different things they need in regards to their personal daily healing rituals. So if you want to sit down and have a conversation about what is best for you, connect with me. If you're working on creating a home gym movement longevity suite, connect with me. I can help you uncover what you need, because you don't need everything and you don't need everything at once. One thing at a time, okay? So connect with me if you want to sit down, uncover what you need for your healing daily rituals and your well-being spaces in your home so that you can weave those daily rituals into your life easier. Okay, enjoy the episode. Welcome to the Age Well Home and Lifestyle podcast. I'm your host, Kelly Bradley. This podcast is about consciously curating your next chapter in midlife and beyond, both in your home and in your lifestyle, so that you can thrive and not just survive. Your home and your daily lifestyle choices shape how you think, how you feel, and how you function, often on a subconscious level. This becomes especially important in midlife and beyond when our environment and routines either support our well-being or quietly work against it. We deserve homes that evolve with us, future-proof homes that are safe, ideally universally designed, accessible for aging in place, and built with healthy, non-toxic materials. Homes that include wellness spaces, encourage daily rituals of well being, and feel deeply personal and aesthetically aligned. And we deserve lifestyles that are aligned with our true selves, filled with intentional daily rituals that allow our innate well being to shine and support a long, healthy, well lived life. On this podcast, we explore topics such as real estate decisions for midlife and beyond, including right sizing, downsizing, multi generational living, resale value, and smart purchasing options. Home design with a focus on universal design, aging in place, healthy home elements, low or non toxic materials, neuroaesthetic design, and creating wellness spaces like home saunas, gyms, and movement rooms. Home design plans that actually make sense for the way we live today. And my favorite topic of all, true self lifestyle design. I am obsessed with curating daily rituals that align with who we truly are, so we can savor everyday moments and live lives that feel meaningful and authentic. We'll talk about uncovering your true self, food, movement, joy, purpose, new experiences, community, and so much more. Through solo episodes and conversations with inspiring guests, we'll get curious and uncover what it truly means to age well in our homes and our lifestyles so that we can thrive in the next chapter. Let's dive in. Michelle and Eric Walker are the co-founders and owners of NW Immersion Co, a Vancouver, Washington-based company specializing in handcrafted custom saunas, cold plunge tubs, and complete home wellness solutions. Their wellness journey started in 2010 with the installation of their first in-home sauna. The profound physical and mental benefits they experienced inspired a lifelong commitment to healthier living. Eric's personal transformation, losing 100 pounds and successfully maintaining the weight loss through regular sauna sessions and cold plunge therapy, deepened their conviction in these practices. Motivated by their own experiences, Michelle and Eric founded NW Immersion Co to make sauna and cold immersion therapy accessible and effective for others. Eric's expertise as a skilled custom sauna builder shines through in every project, while their shared passion drives the creation of premium, durable products using sustainably sourced Pacific Northwest cedar. The company offers a range of options, including custom and pre-built indoor-outdoor saunas, innovative cold plunge systems like the immersion tub, integrated suites with showers or changing rooms, DIY kits, heaters, cedar tongue and groove, and accessories. All products can be shipped across the continental United States. Michelle and Eric's goal is to take responsibility for their own health and help others do the same so that everyone can get the most out of life and live a full, active lifestyle. This personal mission fuels the company's belief that taking charge of your health is essential for achieving physical recovery, mental clarity, relaxation, and longevity. NW Immersion Co continues to grow as a trusted provider of home sauna and cold therapy solutions, blending traditional Pacific Northwest craftsmanship with modern innovation. So today we are talking with NW Immersion, husband and wife couple, and we are talking saunas and cold plunges, which if you know me at all, you know I love wellness spaces, and we need to be weaving in wellness spaces in our homes, in our lifestyles. So share how you guys got started with saunas, cold plunges, your own health journey. Share your story.
Well, I could start that one. Several years ago, I would say probably 6-ish, 7-ish years ago, I was a pretty big guy. I was probably 315, and I'm about 200 now. But back then, when I was big and I didn't really think about my health too much when I had little kids and job overtime, there just wasn't time to. I just didn't think about it. So anyway, uh, we applied or I applied for life insurance, and I got an exam, and I was table rated, which isn't good. So I decided at that point it was time for a change. And with that change of exercising, eating better, not drinking, I incorporated a infrared sauna to begin. So it was a cheap, you know, maybe $750 sauna that we put into our bedroom, and I use that almost every day. And pretty much instantly realized the benefits, cardiovascular, breathing, just all in all feeling better, inflammation. It just was a world of difference to me, especially combined with exercise. Um, it took a couple of years to drop the weight, and then even today I sauna this morning for half an hour. I sauna every day, try to cold plunge every day. I just it makes you feel a lot better.
Yeah, it helps, especially, as we've gotten older too. We started this in our 30s, and now we're in our 40s, and it has made a huge difference. We can tell, being in our 40s, being able to run long distance, and just be able to keep doing the things we want to do, hiking and all that stuff. The daily sauna really helps with the inflammation, and then the cold plunge really helps the muscles. So if you go for a big run or a big hike, and then the next day, as long as you've cold plunged, you can still do a run the next day without being like overly sore or anything. And so that was a game changer for us too, was adding in the cold plunge, so that we could keep being active.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's not just feeling better either. Like I have blood work, from when I was big to now, and I get it regularly every few months, and nothing but improvement since I've started with a sauna. Um, it's crazy, really. I mean, my triglycerides I think are at like 10, which
It's And that's the key.
nuts.
It's not just the feeling, it's getting those tests done that most of the time as we age, mainstream medicine or people say that everything declines. But what can we do in our daily lives? What can we weave into our daily lives to help us age well? Stay young as long as possible. And it's not to say aging is not good. We're just aging well. We're all aging, but what can we do in our moments to help us feel our best? And what is, Michelle, your story in regards to, did you watch Eric start and then you're like, okay, I'm going to jump in? Was that your story?
Yeah, actually, I would agree with that for sure. So, you go to the gym, and a lot of gyms have saunas, and stuff, and so that's how I got started with sauna. But then when we got the infrared at home, it just that consistency is huge. Being able to
Right.
use it, and 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it doesn't take long. It's an easy thing to incorporate into your daily life, and it makes a big difference. So it's kind of like bang for buck. The benefits for the time spent is huge, and I really do feel like having it at your home, just obviously makes it that much easier. And so, for me, yeah, I saw the transformation for Eric, which was huge. And so I just got on board with it, and the sauna, and then the cold plunge, I would say that obviously was the harder part. And a lot of our customers who come in, everyone's on board with the sauna, but then 50% of people are like, no, with the cold plunge. And I just tell folks, like, it's a game changer. It really is. And so, when you're ready, just try it. And you have to experience it to see the benefits. But it is the energy boost and stuff. And again, as you get older, hormones change, things change and stuff. And to be able to keep up those energy levels also, has been huge. And both sauna and cold plunge help with that.
Can you show the cold plunge? I know it's
Yes.
next to the sauna there. And I visited the your space up in Vancouver, and everybody I recommend, if you're in the Portland metro area, head up and tell them a little bit about your space and how people can come visit and how that process works.
Yeah, so our showroom is actually just a block away from, not even a block, from our build shop. And so it's really nice. So the showroom right now is open Thursday through Saturday. We will be extending those hours. And folks can come in. We have our most popular sauna, our Silver Star sauna, behind us over here. I'll turn it so you can see. Well, it's too big to fit on the screen.
And when I was visiting, and they might not have seen that, but saw what the whole thing. But you have the sauna, you have a little shower, and then the cold plunge, which again, to me, it's, and I understand not everybody can afford this much of a, I was about to say luxury, but again, it's not luxury, but we can modify. As you guys know, I ordered my own sauna, but I got a small one that I'm going to have in my home space. And that is going to be great for now, and me taking my cold showers. So you work it into your lifestyle. You do what works for you. And then, yeah, and I'll ask you later more about the different types you have, but go ahead.
So yeah, definitely modifying, and everyone's at different stages, in their journey, and that's what we love. But yeah, so in the showroom, folks can see, they can touch, they can walk inside our Silver Star sauna, which again, we build right here. Eric builds it less than a block over in the build shop. And then right behind us is our garage model. This one is fully assembled. It just rolls into a garage. Again, logistics makes it so much easier. Our cold plunge, and then we've got a couple of sauna kits, a barrel and a cube. And that way people can kind of see a variety, sit in them, experience them, see the different wood materials and things like that. And so that's our showroom. And then our build shop, we also can bring people over to. They can see the projects that we've got going on in various build stages, and we love to be able to share that with people as well, especially if you are, ordering one of our handcrafted saunas, to be able to see, the build shop and where it's all put together, and using all local materials and stuff is really cool.
Yeah, and that's what, again, originally when I reached out to you guys, you can sense and feel the love that you put into the products that you create. So let's talk a bit more about that, because you build all of these, literally, Eric.
Yeah.
So talk a bit about how the gap you saw in the market, why you build the way you do, those details.
Well, I started years ago on my own saunas at home and built several. We moved around a little bit, and I built a sauna in almost every house we bought. And then at one point, we were at Connect Wellness, which is a spot here in Vancouver, when we were in between houses, and I was talking to the owner, Michelle Baker, and looking at different saunas she had, and she says, "Hey, you should probably really start building these."
You said okay.
Yeah, well, originally I took a few of my designs I had dreamed up and kind of did some sketches and put them on Facebook, and it got a lot of eyes on it. So I was like, well, we'll try it. But yeah, it took for the Western Red Cedar that I use, the local stuff. It took me over a year to find a supplier. So my cedar is milled here in Oregon, or over in Sweet Home or Troutdale, and so we pick it up local. It's cut to order. I have to order a large amount, but I feel that it's very worth it for the saunas.
Yeah, good quality.
And then the construction, we basically we really build these things to last. Right, we're in the Pacific Northwest. It rains all the time. Not only that, I had to think about the big things were shipping from my warehouse, because I wanted to build them here. So how can I get it down the road? How can I get it to a backyard?
Yeah.
Who's going to do that? The electrical hookup, all that stuff. So we just kind of came up with a few designs. The Silver Star was the main first design, where the big constraints were, I needed it under 8 feet wide, under 9 feet tall. I wanted it to be able to have enough room to lay down in the sauna for 2 people.
Yep.
Also a cold plunge and a shower, so all in one unit that's under the permittable size for any major city, which is 120 square feet. And that's what we did. That was the first design. And then the second design was Cold Creek, which is an enclosed changing room. So you can heat that and have your cold tub inside. Obviously it gets cold around here.
I like that idea.
Yeah. And then we have some smaller sizes, like the garage model and the Lewitt, which is more of a yoga sauna. So you have full room for a yoga mat, because the bench is pulled back.
Yeah.
We had a lot of requests for that, so we built it.
Yeah.
But the glass is sourced local. The heaters are Hume. They're from Estonia. Really good, reputable brand. We have had 0 issues so far, and I use mine every day. It's on for at least 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But mineral wool insulation in the walls, by far the best insulation to use. Western red cedar benches. The decking is also Western red cedar on some, and then others we started to move towards a Luna wood, which is a thermally modified pine out of Finland. We've been using that on the faces of the exteriors as an upgrade, and also the deck. That product we were excited about because you don't need to stain it. So it's like a 30 to 40 year product with 0 sanding and 0 staining. It will naturally gray over time, which is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And then you just gotta, to make sure it's installed right, it takes a lot of extra steps to get, we put ventilation behind the siding so it can breathe. And if there was any condensation, it will drain. There's drains behind it. Just a lot of little things, but end product for around here, not having to sand and stain every year is a very big plus.
Huge. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no toxins.
Yeah.
So even with our cedar saunas, we use Libos oil, which is a non-toxic oil, a really good exterior oil stain, and you only have to reapply it every few years, 3 to 5 years. It doesn't peel, so you just put another coat over the top, which again, low maintenance, and withstands. The Luna wood actually comes out of Finland.
Yeah.
They use it a lot over there on the homes and everything. And again, because of the harsh weather, cold, rain, wind, it's a really good, durable, sustainable, and non-toxic building product. So
And it's so beautiful when we were up visiting, just seeing the woods, and again knowing that you have either wood from Oregon or wood from Finland. Again, you just take that, it's the intentionality, it's the pride and the quality. And you mentioned the non-toxicity of the oils and products, and that's huge, because if we get into a sauna, we get really hot, things get into our body even more. So if you go into a toxic sauna or something that it could even be a good quality wood, but then they put a toxic covering on it, what's the point? So I like that you guys are focused on the non-toxic.
Yeah, so we still use Western red cedar clear inside the saunas almost always. That product, so when we finish that product, when we're done, we sand it all down, and then we use food grade mineral oil.
inside the
so
sauna.
no stain in there, no chemical. It's just food grade mineral oil, which really kind of darkens everything up and then protects it from sweat stains. And you only need to do it every year or two. Just wipe it down with a rag, and you can find it at the hardware store. So
It's fantastic.
just non-toxic. There's no wood glue in my saunas. There's no plastic. There's no any of that.
No.
That is so fantastic. Let's pause for a moment so I can remind you where and how I work. I work locally with clients in and around Westland, Oregon, and virtually with people nationwide. Much of my work is with midlife women in the sandwich generation, women navigating decisions for aging parents while balancing careers, children, and their own midlife transitions. I also work across generations, supporting people in their 70s, 80s, 90s, and even older, and encouraging people in their 20s and 30s to proactively rethink aging, home, and lifestyle. I bring together more than 25 years of experience across real estate, interior design, and wellness. I'm a licensed real estate broker in Oregon, interior designer, certified aging in place specialist, licensed Oregon physical therapist, health and life coach, healthy food chef, and mindful movement specialist, and more. I genuinely love learning. I'm always deepening my education and creating programs to share what I've learned. I support families in many different ways, but everything begins with a free conversation. I invite you to book a complimentary discovery call through my website or by using the link wherever you're listening to this podcast. Together, I can help you navigate real estate and design decisions, assess your aging parents' physical abilities, create movement programs as a licensed physical therapist, and develop daily rituals that support your entire family in aging well. Because it's truly never too early to start. After our Zoom call, I'll create a personalized proposal based on what we discuss, and once you approve it, we move into action. It would be my honor to support you and your family in simplifying midlife and beyond. It is my greatest joy to see people enjoy the moments of their lives. Back to the episode. And when I visited your showroom, you guys have different sizes, different price points, and you have a garage model. So talk a little bit about the options. You have the outdoor ones, and something to bring up is they have a company, and you can share and talk more about this, a company that will deliver them and place them in wonky areas, including up on hills and all around the Pacific Northwest. So talk a bit about the different styles you have, the price points, and delivery systems.
Yeah, so the Silver Star and the Cold Creek, I guess, are the two bigger models. So the Silver Star is 13 feet long, the Cold Creek's 14 feet long. They're both 8 feet wide, roughly 3,000 pounds each, 3,000 to 3,500. To start, we designed wheels that I could put these on in my warehouse after I get done building them, or even halfway through, and I can wheel them around myself to get them out of the way or out the door. We use the same wheels, so I found a mover local who had a good reputation, and we chatted for a while, and then he did the first couple moves for me, and they did a really good job. So I solely use them now. So they will, if I get a call from a customer and say, hey, I don't know if this is going to fit in my yard, I send my guy out, and he walks it and sees what he can fit. And so far, he's been able to deliver everything. We've removed fences, down slopes. If you look at our Instagram, you'll see some pretty hairy.
That's what I was going to say. Check out the Instagram, because you'll see they get it in. And that's the key. You get it in an amazing spot, and then you have an amazing view and experience. Yeah. So the location is key.
Yes.
Yeah, and, we take it into account, too, in the construction to build it very well, because they do get dropped, they do get moved, they get tweaked.
Yeah.
We use all screws for that very reason. This nails won't hold sometimes when you do all flexing. The glass is an inch thick. It's insulated and tempered, so it's 3/8 thick per side with a gap in the middle for insulation, and so far they've withstood all the moves that we put them through. So the larger units, you got to have a pretty large pad, and you got to have access to get something 8-9 feet wide through.
Yeah.
Or we got to remove fence. You could crane them, but it would be extremely expensive just because of the reach of the crane. The next size down, Lewitt, it's like 7 foot by 8 foot. It's just a single outdoor unit. That's more of the yoga unit. We can get that one in quite a few more places than the Silver Star. And then you have the garage model, which is right behind us. We just launched this, so we're pretty excited about it. So this is built 2 inches under 7 foot. So every garage in America is 7 foot or taller. So we have a lot of people that don't want to assemble. It's just ease of everything.
Yeah.
So basically we designed this unit 100% complete to go on a liftgate truck. So it'll go in a box truck, it'll get picked up by the liftgate, roll inside the truck, come to your home. It'll roll, it'll get delivered directly in front of your garage. You remove the pallet. It's got wheels on the side that we made that you can jack it up a couple inches, roll it into your garage where you want it, drop it. You can remove the wheels. And then there's a simple, basically 50 amp generator cord that we can offer in various lengths, however far you need, that plugs into the same outlet that all EV chargers plug into, NEMA outlet.
Yeah.
So that way, I don't know how many homes have those, but if you got an electric car, you definitely have one.
Yeah.
And they're very simple and very easy for an electrician to install before you get the sauna. That way, all you have to do is plug it in. The only thing you have to do with this sauna is install the rocks. It will come into the heater. So it will come with 330 pounds of rocks. So those need installed. I just don't trust the shipping with the 330 pounds of rock and a 4-foot tall heater.
No,
So,
agree.
Yeah, so we ship that loose. That's the only thing that the homeowner will need to do. Everything else will be handled by the movers. Yeah, and they'll ship nationwide. So.
And what is the cost of that garage model?
The garage model, which is behind us,
approximate,
is around 17,000, 16 to 17,000, and that includes the shipping too.
It's to your garage.
All in, plug and play, roll it into your garage and plug it in, and you're ready to go.
And again, these are investments in well-being. And did you guys see that recently? The administration, not that I want to talk politics or anything, but administration is talking about write-offs for home gyms.
Yes.
And something I didn't look into and have you guys looked into, does that include saunas and cold plunges? Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I tried doing some research and I couldn't find specifically that they said that, but I wouldn't be surprised because, again, thank goodness, saunas have been in a lot of fitness centers and stuff for a long time. And so I think it's more mainstream and part of, like a home gym. And so I'm expecting that it will be.
I think so too. And I'll do more research and post something about that, but I hope so too. And there's so much research. It's not like it's questionable in regards to the results you get. So hopefully it'll be a write-off that we can all do for our home gyms.
Yeah. I mean, they are all approved for HSA.
Yeah,
including our cold tub.
Yep. If someone has an HSA account, which I love those because it gives you options. All of our saunas and cold plunges are approved for HSA.
Fantastic.
And so we use Gale, which if you check out on our website, you can choose Gale as a checkout option, and you answer a couple questions and it will provide you with the letter of medical necessity. And then that way you can purchase it either with your HSA debit card, or you can purchase it and then submit it for reimbursement from your HSA. So
that is...
Yeah.
We really, really like HSA. I mean, back when I was big, like I was talking earlier, I went to the doctor a couple times and they wanted to put me on a bunch of medicine, and that's when I was like, I will do this myself.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I feel that more people should do that, take it in their own hands without medication. You can correct a lot of stuff. I did. But we feel that's the way to go.
Yeah, diet, exercise, tools like sauna just help tremendously. And again, there's a wide range. So, budget and size constraints and stuff, there's a wide range. And there's a lot more sauna spas and things that you can go to. Those are popping up more and more, which I think is awesome because you get the sauna and the cold plunge and the social aspect, which is really cool too.
Yeah, and we're not here just to push our saunas. Like, we're here we want everybody to have a sauna. So I mean, they don't have to buy ours. I had a lot of people come in here that are building their own, and I will more than happily walk them through my build warehouse and show them how it's done.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they can do it themselves. Like it's just, we're here for a resource. So
that's fantastic too.
You don't have to buy from us. It's just I think everybody should have a sauna.
We feel very strongly about sauna, so
yeah.
we just want to share that with others.
Like you said, you felt the difference. Lifestyle, and that's my obsession, is healthy lifestyle or true self lifestyle. I am a licensed healthcare practitioner, physical therapist, and way back in grad school, I realized that the traditional healthcare model wasn't a healthcare model, it was more of a sick care model, and went outside of that norm or the box to uncover what nutrition, health, movement, thoughts, mind, body, emotion, soul were a whole system that's so beyond the traditional healthcare system. So we have to, in my belief, and I think you guys believe the same thing, I feel like we have to take things into our own hands and change our lifestyle. And everybody's a little bit different, but we know food. Everyone has their personalized things they need to eat, but it's basically real whole food. Heat with the saunas, cold plunge, exercise, movement, nature, joy, purpose. And your company is part of your purpose. I can sense and feel that, which is amazing. You've lived it and experienced the before and after. And in regards to the healthcare system, again, being a licensed physical therapist, but bringing it into all of home and lifestyle, more traditional healthcare facilities should have these things too. So it's not just in homes, it's also it could be healthcare offices, concierge medicine practices, and then the entertainment and the social aspects of things. You're seeing so much more, and especially with your outdoor models, just the fun party aspects of things. We're not, the norm is moving away from partying at a bar with beer and alcohol. Not that a little wine here and there is perfectly fine, but having events and social experiences. So it's not just buying it for health and your own experience. It's inviting your friends and family over to experience a healthy ritual and social connection also.
Yeah, it's a great way to spend quality time, Eric and I are often in the sauna together, brainstorming, coming up with creative, problem solving skills and
It's a great
things
place
like
for
that.
a meeting.
Yeah. Have our business meetings. In our
Yeah.
sauna.
You can write it off as an office
Yeah,
expense
it
too.
is, yeah.
I'm always thinking the write-offs. What all can we?
I suggest that anybody that's even thinking about sauna, just look up local spas and go to one and try it.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
spas all over, I think a lot more than people think, and there are a lot more opening up soon. I know
Right.
of several that are, we're building saunas for a few. There's a good resource here in Vancouver. Connect Wellness is big. There's some really nice ones in Portland. They're all over if you just Google them. And you could go, I think it's like $30-$40. You could spend a couple hours, sauna, cold. It's a good atmosphere.
Yeah, it's addicting though, so.
And speaking of that, what do you recommend in regards to a protocol for somebody getting started, and then how to maybe tweak it as you get more experience?
I would like Eric to share his first, because this was really kind of instrumental for his weight loss. And then as a woman, I'll share mine too.
Perfect.
So my protocol, if you were starting out, I guess, I wouldn't go as hot as I like to normally go. So I like to about 200 degrees. Some of the spas get a lot hotter than that, so it's kind of hard to handle. And you don't really want to have a bad experience your first time. So I think
Start low.
keeping it about 185 maybe for the first time would be a good idea, just to get the feel for it. But for me, my protocol that I used, and it has helped a ton, and there's research coming out on this now with Rhonda Patrick and Soberg and some of the others and Huberman. If you do what I found, if I do cardio directly before I sauna, so if I go for a 5-mile run and I already have the sauna hot, I get home and I take my clothes off and walk directly into the sauna. Like, there's no time to wait. Just get in there while you're breathing heavy and your heart rate's up. Spend 15-20 minutes in there and then come out, and that's all you need.
Easy.
You will. I wear a Garmin watch, and so I keep track of my heart rate, my HRV. I can see where everything's at every day. I can see my sleep, and your HRV will raise and your heart rate will drop substantially by doing that versus just using the sauna. But I mean, just using the sauna does good too. But it's just a little bit more. I think the recent study, your VO2 max gets increased by like 12% by doing this.
Which is huge, because VO2
Right.
max plays a huge role in longevity.
Yeah.
Dr. Peter Attia was just talking about that. So yeah, that's almost kind of like a hack. If you do your cardio and then go straight into the sauna, that's like a little hack that really gets the fat loss burning and stuff like that, and gets all your numbers, looking much better.
And then top it off with a cold plunge directly after. And I mean, I like to do it early in the morning. I'm a 3 a.m.er. I'll get it done. And
3? I thought it was 5. 5 would be good enough, but 3?
so
Yeah.
I like the thought, just for me, that by 5 a.m. I have already ran 5 miles. I've already sauned. I've already cold tubbed. And I'm ready to start my day before most people wake up.
Way to go. And how long in the cold plunge typically?
4 to 5 minutes.
That is fantastic, and something I know you're saying a hack. Oftentimes when I'm working with women, I say bioharmonizing, and not that men, women, whichever, we can all bioharmonize, because it's getting our system into harmony. We call it a hack, and not that that's bad, but sometimes it's like, okay, we're gonna. It sounds harsher in a way. So hack, harmonize, either way. But typically, if you hear me say bioharmonize, it's a hack also.
Yeah, it helps your nervous system and everything. It is really harmonizing.
Exactly.
You feel so much better. You can handle stress better. You just go through your day, just a lot easier and more in control.
There's more and more research coming out every day about the benefits of sauna. I mean, it is almost, it's unbelievable that you have a 40% increase in all-cause mortality, or decrease, I should say, and it's just amazing. I think Brian Johnson, that guy that's trying to live forever, he just did a big, and he's got all these doctors, and he just did, I think it was like a 6-week or 8-week sauna every day, just to see what it would happen, and his levels, because they tested it like every couple days. It's there. I mean, he's already healthy, and it improved what he had going. So
that was impressive.
It can do it for everybody.
Yeah.
And Michelle, share your story.
Yeah. So my protocol is a little different than Eric's, of course, and everyone is different, which is awesome. You just find what works for you. But I do also like to do my workout. It could even just be a walk. Walk the dog. Or go for a run, or whatever it is you're feeling that day. Go for a bike ride, whatever. I also prefer to do it in the mornings. We've tested both, morning and evening and such. And again, it just depends on your goals and your schedule and everything. But I like to do the same, get my workout in, whether it's a HIIT workout or a run or just walking the dog, doesn't matter. Into the sauna, shower off, and then the cold. And ending on cold is also a game changer. It's not the most fun thing,
but it works.
Yeah. Yep. Susanna Soberg recommends it, and it does make a big difference ending on the cold, and then just let yourself warm up naturally. For the cold tub, it's interesting. Again, everyone's individual. There's a lot more research coming out on it and such, but I actually like it pretty cold. Let me rephrase that. I don't like it.
It benefits you more.
It benefits me more, and I like the results better afterwards, the feeling, to go colder, at least 40 degrees, or even a little bit lower. And I mean, it could be 30 seconds, a minute. It doesn't have to be a long time, but that chill and then conscious breathing, it just really, for me, gives me a ton of energy throughout the day and really helps me handle stress a lot better, for sure.
Yeah. And that's what we need because of the modern world. And I feel like all of these things, whether it's the food, the sauna, the cold plunge, mindset, it simulates nature. The more we can reconnect ourselves with nature, the better. But most of us are not jumping in a cold river, and we're not going out and hiking. We don't have to go grab our water, milk, food, and hunt. So the things that naturally helped us live a long, healthy life, we don't have in our natural modern lifestyle anymore. But we can choose to put them back, knowing that most people live a more sedentary lifestyle. So agree. Is there any?
Sauna too is, even if you have an injury and you're not able to, do the running or whatever, exercise or workout you were doing because you're recovering from an injury, the sauna mimics that moderate cardiovascular exercise, and so it can be a huge tool for recovery. And then that way it helps you bounce back a little quicker too. If you're training for something, an injury sometimes can be quite devastating.
100%.
And cold and other modalities obviously help with that for sure.
Yeah, lately we've been introducing red light. Been using that every morning, so we developed a panel that we're still developing, and it should be hopefully third-party tested here in the next month, but it's a 230 degree rated red light. So we're starting, like the garage model behind me here, it's prepped for red light right now.
Okay.
We're getting more and more of that, people wanting, so we'll prep them,
Yeah.
and then you can run a red light while you sauna. You're already in there.
Right.
So you might as well get the benefit of red light while you're in there.
I love it. Again, anything we can do to harmonize the body again. So I love that you're adding the red light. I love the red light also.
Yeah.
No, it helps. I was hesitant at first, but after using it for a couple of days, you could feel it. It does work.
And you were also talking about you're in the sauna anyway, so might as well do it. Yeah. So stacking our healing protocols as much as we can. The breath work, especially when you're in the cold plunge, is essential. Again, I just know in the cold shower, but that's the point is we're not going in there and activating our fight or flight saying, oh my gosh, we're learning breath work skills. So there's tools and tweaks that we can use to optimize all of these rituals even more also. And obviously you guys are a plethora of information, you know the science, and that's the key. Again, you're not doing it just because it's becoming more popular. You're seeing more wellness home spaces. You live it, you believe it, and that for me is so important. Those are the people I want to work with and support. So is there anything else? Go ahead, Eric.
It's just really impressive. Like lately, people have been getting a hold of me, remodelers, home builders that want to incorporate these. Homeowners want it into their bathrooms, built in. It's becoming more popular, which is good to see. I would love to see years down the road, houses that get made out of Luna wood, so you don't have to have all the sand, all that stuff.
And it's beautiful too.
Yeah.
I love that wood.
And then a sauna in every home would be awesome if you could have it built in.
Yep.
I did a sauna years ago in one of our homes that you walk through the master shower and right directly into your sauna. So
Yep. I see it more and more too in regards to real estate and design. And it's funny, I look back, I got my physical therapy degree back in 2000. And again, didn't do traditional, but I was going into people's homes to help them with Pilates, yoga, and we would create movement spaces. Later, I would go into people's homes, helping them with food and nutrition, taking them to the grocery store and bringing in and restocking their kitchen. So how your home is set up determine subconsciously how we flow through our day.
Yes.
So even back then, setting up a movement space, so my client with Parkinson's, MS, whatever dis-ease they had, or no dis-ease, some cancer, people going through cancer, some people just wanting to stay well, you're more likely to do it if it's part of your home and daily flow. Yes. So in spaces that I'm looking at now, people are wanting the sauna, I don't know if you saw, but I experimented with the hyperbaric chamber last week, and now I'm like, okay, now we got to get a hyperbaric chamber in there too. But sauna, red light, hyperbaric, and again, you could be making food and have your red light. You could be making food or doing your thing in your home and have binaural beats going, sound. So light, sound, just setting up our home and lifestyle to support our longevity and health span, as opposed to what we often see in luxury mainstream homes that doesn't benefit our well-being. So I love that you're seeing more and more of it too, and I am too.
Well, it's exciting in the industry is there's just more and more stuff coming out.
Yeah.
This is just the tip of the iceberg for health and wellness. So like this morning I was on my phone and I found a new cold tub bed that you could wear your clothes. It's essentially a water bed that wraps around you that's cold, so you can get in.
Oh no!
And they'd wrap you up, and it's the same as doing a cold plunge. You just have your clothes on and you're dry.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! And that begs the question, and I always am asking this: is like, okay, how much do we need? How much do we need these things, the hacks, the extras? But it's not necessarily extras. It's just in this time in the world, we know so much science and we have the technology to optimize it. So I often, when I'm working with clients individually in regards to lifestyle design, understanding their intentions and goals and helping pick and choose. It's not do it all at once. It's, okay, what's your intention? What's your goal? Like for you, Eric, losing weight at first, getting healthier. We start one thing at a time. We experiment. We notice how it helps us or affects us. We integrate it. We tweak it. We make it our own. And then we experiment with something else. So you don't have to do all the hacks or harmonizing. You can choose one thing at a time and notice what works for you and make it work for you.
Yes.
Yeah. And I meet with clients most every week, and we get calls all the time. And I'll go out to their home, and we'll just come up with a game plan based on budget, space, whatever they got, and we, like I said, I can help them build one themselves. It doesn't matter to me. It's just how we can get that space into their home.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And using you guys as a resource, just like you said, people who value health, non-toxic living, healthy materials, sustainable living. Is there anything else you guys want to share before we wrap up? And definitely share your website, phone, any of that information.
I would just say too that sometimes there are a lot of misconceptions about saunas, and a lot of questions and maybe even opinions and stuff about the venting and the type of wood to use and how high the benches should be and vapor barrier foil and stuff like that. And so there is a lot of information out there, but sometimes there's some misinformation too. And so that's where especially Eric can be very helpful, and we can walk through those things. And we've put a lot of thought and research into how we build our saunas, and everything is on purpose and very, very thought out. And so again, there's just so much information out there. Sometimes it can be a little overwhelming for people.
Yeah, you could really go down a rabbit hole on the internet if you try to type in how to build a sauna, because everybody kind of argues with each other, and it's a constant. I get people in here, no, that's not how you're supposed to do it. It says online and Reddit.
There's no shortage of information, and that's one of the problems in the world today. Is there is no shortage of information and what to believe. And you guys have already sussed through that. So you're a fantastic resource for anyone questioning the details. And the details matter so much.
Yes. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
People can check out on our website, which is www.nwimmersion.com. All of our products, all of the saunas that we build, as well as the kits. And all of the kits that we have on our website, we have chosen mostly for their durability. We like quality, and we feel that it's very important for people when you're investing this kind of money into something and your health. You want it to be quality for sure. And so we have the brands that we have partnered with is mostly all based on quality. And then there's a lot of information on the website too.
Yeah, and we have partnered with a local assembler. We are so busy with custom builds right now that we don't have time to do that. And we've had a lot of requests for the bigger kits and stuff. So we vetted someone that is going to start doing that for us.
Yeah, so assembly is available now, Portland, Vancouver area.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And you guys also do ship nationwide though, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Well, this is fantastic. I am so excited to play with my own sauna. Maybe one day cold plunge, but for now, it'll still be cold shower.
That's great.
But the key is, I just believe in the lifestyle integration. I believe we all need these in our homes. I believe that this should be the foundation of our daily lifestyles. And when I say this, just our healing rituals. If we don't have that foundation or pause to reassess the foundation of healing rituals, we drift. Life just takes over in the modern world, causes us to age faster. And we're all aging, so we might as well age well and enjoy the process.
Yes.
I am so excited. I hope we do lots of home projects together, and thank you for sharing everything, and thank you for everything you do. Thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today. If you have questions about anything we discussed, I'd love to hear from you. You can reach out by email, text, or phone. My contact information is linked wherever you're listening. If you'd like to schedule a free discovery call, you'll find that link there as well. Or you can visit my website, agewellhomeandlifestyle.com. For more inspiration, feel free to explore past podcast episodes and the blog. There's no shortage of information out there, but my true passion is listening to your story and helping you create a personalized home and lifestyle plan that supports your best life in midlife and beyond. I'd also love to know what you're curious about as you navigate this chapter. Your questions help shape future episodes. If this podcast resonated with you, please subscribe, leave a Google review, and share it with a friend or family member who might benefit. Thank you again for being here, and I hope you have a beautiful day.